Let's talk a little bit about waivers. Although you might not be tested on waivers, this is going to be a topic that you're going to dive into after getting your certification if you want to do any of the following. So I am reading this off of the FAA's government website. So if you want to do any of these, such as fly a drone from a moving aircraft or a vehicle in populated areas, fly a drone at night without anti-collision lighting, fly during periods of civil twilight without anti-collision lighting, fly beyond your ability to clearly determine the position, altitude, attitude, and movement of the SUAS with unaided vision. If you want to use a visual observer without following all of the observer requirements, for example, if they want to use binoculars to aid them during becoming a visual observer, they cannot do that. But you can get a waiver to be able to get that variance and allow for that. Also, if you want to fly multiple small UAS with only one remote pilot, so if y'all have seen these drone light shows where they have 200, 300, 500, even 1,000, and I think the record is like 3,000 and something drones all flying at one time, that can be controlled by one or just a few drone pilots if you have a waiver. Also, flying over a person which does not meet the conditions of categories 1, 2, 3, or 4. Those are the categories of the types of drones under remote ID that are going to go into effect later on this year. If you want to fly a drone over 100 miles an hour, above 400 feet above ground level, with less than 4 statute miles of visibility, and within 500 feet vertically or 2,000 feet horizontally from clouds, you can do that if you apply for the right waiver. And flying over moving vehicles with a small drone which does not meet the conditions of category 1, 2, 3, or 4. So if you want to do any of those following, then you must apply for a waiver, but you might not be tested on these topics. Now, to apply for a waiver for a controlled airspace flight, you would do that through a LANC system, which the FAA chooses which companies to offer that kind of system. And then also, if you need to get any kind of additional waivers that you can't get via LANC, then you would go through the Drone Zone portal via the FAA. So those are waivers. Let's go on to the next subject. So the stuff that you actually get tested on whenever you go take your Part 107 exam.